Well, I guess I gotta talk about it, guys. Yep, the Sixers are out. We lost to the Boston Celtics 4-3 in 7 games. Lost 88 to 112 in game 7. And the Sixers go home in another second round. The fifth one of Joel Embiid's career. This just hurts, man. It just hurts. You know what? I thought it would hurt less. I thought maybe I'd take a day. I'd get over it. Not going to talk about it as soon as the game is over. But you know what? I'm still sad. it's just depressing. I can't take it. This is our third game 7 loss in 4 years. We lost in game 7 to Toronto, the Kawhi shot. Everybody knows that. We lost in game 7 to the Atlanta Hawks in 2021 after Ben Simmons decided not to dunk on Trae Young. And now we lose in game 7 with Joel Embiid and James Harden putting up absolute stinkers. Joel Embiid, 15 points, 0 for 4 from 3, 8 rebounds, and 5 of 18 shooting from the field. And he was a minus 28 from the floor. But it gets worse. James Harden is 3 of 11, 1 for 5 from 3, and had 9 points. And he was a minus 30 from the field. Our bench, I don't even blame them. They shouldn't have even been playing, but they were non-existent. The Sixers they just blow my mind. It's awful. It's really their fault because it shouldn't have gotten to this point. We had a chance to win in Game 6 where Jason Tatum was having the worst game of his career, it felt like. He was shooting terribly in first halves and first quarters, all series long. He has another terrible first half. He continues to have a terrible third quarter, and we just let him go off. He goes off on us, closes the game out. We score 85 points for the entire game and lose Game 6 and have to play Game 7. It shouldn't have even gotten to this point, up 3-2. Should have closed them out in Game 6 on your home floor when you have that opportunity, and you let it slip by. And that's truly where we lost the series. And Tatum decided to stay hot because he wasn't really having that great of a series, honestly. He wasn't playing amazing. We go into Game 7, and he puts on the performance literally of a lifetime because no one has done it before. He drops 51 points on 17 of 28 shooting and 6 for 10 from 3 with 13 rebounds, 5 more than Embiid, by the way, and 51 points. Along with Jaylen Brown starting off hot, 25 points, 9 of 19 from the field, 3 of 6 from the field. And that was it. They beat us right there. All-time performance from Jason Tatum, most points ever in a Game 7, and it happened to the Sixers. It's just like we have these epic collapses against these teams where we have a chance to beat them. Honestly, I went into this series thinking, Boston has had our number. We've been beat by Boston so many times. Got beat in 2018, got beat in 2020. They beat us 3-1 in the regular season this year. They routinely beat us in the regular season in past years. Like Joel Embiid said, there's a quote out there from 2018. It's not a rivalry because they always kick our butts. And it's just true. It always happens. And I thought, as the series was going on, okay, we steal Game 1, we have a chance. You lose Game 2, fine, right? Game 3, back at home, we lose Game 3. All right, I'm like, okay, the Sixers turning back into the Sixers. You get away with winning Game 4 by 1 after an amazing James Harden performance, and you steal Game 5 on the road, another road win. Those are hard to come by, and you get 2 of them. At the point, you really should have won the series because you should have won Game 3. But you steal Game 5 with Tyrese Maxey scoring 30 and Joel Embiid having 33. Great. You got to win Game 6 on your home floor. You have home court advantage. And you blew it. And then you let them get to a Game 7 on their home floor, and they blow us out. It was wraps, honestly, during that third quarter stretch where it was 33-10 in the third quarter. We were down by 3 going into halftime. And the game was just over. And the body language is terrible from the players, especially Embiid and Harden. Walking up the floor, not playing well. James Harden with a bunch of turnovers. Embiid not really calling for the ball, not being aggressive. It's just awful. It's just awful, and I can't stand it. And it's like, this is every single year with the Sixers. It's every single year. And I shouldn't have expected different, even after this series going on. I shouldn't have been like, it's different this year, because it's not. It's never been different. Look, we'll talk about Doc's probably going to go. It's fine with me. James might go. It's fine with me. Probably be Embiid and Maxey, and not as great of a team next year, because this was it. This was it. So much change is going to happen. So much change is going to happen this year. Man, we just have a collection of players who don't play well in those moments. James Harden has a history of not playing well in clutch moments with Houston, with Brooklyn, although he was injured with Brooklyn. He has a history. Joel Embiid really has a history of not playing well in closeout games. He doesn't really play that well. He's been scapegoated before. Brett Brown, Doc Rivers, Ben Simmons, James Harden last year. Got to put the blame on him this year. Got to do it. He's the MVP. You got to do it. You got to give him some blame. And I'm going to give him most of the blame for this. You're the MVP, you take over. It's just how it goes. And Doc Rivers, of course. He's now 6-10 in Game 7s. He's lost 5 more than any other coach ever. Doesn't really get the best out of his players in these moments. And it's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. And it's a collection of that going on with the Sixers. So much change is needed. I just can't believe we didn't get out the second round again. Unfortunately, it was a matchup that happened in the second round, but, you got to accept that, and that's how it goes. Yeah, this just sucks. It sucks. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens going forward with this team, because you can't keep doing this. You can't keep doing this. It's been 22 years since we've been to the conference final, let alone the NBA finals. 22 years. And you're going to add another year onto that. 23 starting next year. Now we have our conference finals matches, by the way, the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets and Los Angeles Lakers. And we'll continue to talk about those as those go on. Those start tomorrow. Bubble rematches, I think that's so exciting. But yeah, this is it for the Sixers. Sixers season is over.